my friends, I am the Dungeon Tutor. Welcome. Today we're doing a video for RPGaDay, this being the 17th day, it's the 17th topic, and of course we do these to kind of reach out to the community, to try to promote a positive atmosphere, to try to draw people together. So what more appropriate topic than what is a role-playing game with a great community? Welcoming and positive and productive. Now, I'm just going to simply say this. There doesn't exist a single community, unless it's just one person, maybe two, maybe three, but small, that doesn't have trolls, that doesn't have people who are argumentative, that have difficulties coming into, some sort of acceptance of other people's ideas and perspectives without having the need to interject their own. I mean, there's always going to be some sort of a conflict in every community that exists. There's no other way around it. We are a quarrelsome people. But there's two that I'm going to put out that seem to be quite good, very welcoming, built around role-playing games. And this is not, of course, saying there aren't others. I don't belong to a hideous number of different groups. And the ones that I belong to, I couldn't recommend most of them. Because, again, there's a preponderance of really annoying, attention-seeking, clickbaity people who they provide nothing of any great value. And you just suffer through them. You have to weed through. That's part of being mature on the internet, which many of them are not. But these two communities, curated, passionate about their games, have a number of people who can provide useful advice, creative ideas, all the things that you look for. First of all is the group, the Gooey Game Master Den of Enlightenment. It is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game supporting group for Gooey Cube. Again, admittedly, a company that has published my work, and I am indebted to them. But I can honestly say their community is extremely active and eager. Absolutely loving this opportunity to form this community. And they have a contributors guild that you can actually write content that they can use in a game. You will get credited for your contribution and rewarded, which is honorable and admirable, honestly. There are some really creative folks on there. There are some really passionate and devoted people. And the folks who actually work at Gooey Cube up and down the line are encouraged to participate as well. I don't know how much they have to be encouraged. They're more than eager to. And I've made some lasting friendships in that group. I'm very fortunate to have encountered them, and I hold them up as pretty much an exemplar of what you want from an engaging, thriving group. Growing every time they go out to another con, they always pick up another couple of people who love the fantasy, love the fiction, and want to be a part of it. So that's one. And the other one is a much smaller group, because it is for an isolated role-playing game. It is for an indie press game called Neon Lords: The Toxic Wasteland. The group that they have formed is, again, small. They don't post nearly as much. But they constantly bring in things that are tied in with the various inspirations that go into Neon Lords. From pro wrestling from the 80s and 90s to pop culture stuff. It's like sometimes just advertisements from magazines from back in the day or something. And they're like, yeah, this really gets me in the mood for Neon Lords. The creator is very, very active on that site. His name is Brian Shutter. He's a really good guy who loves his game and wants to see it do well. And that is the kind of tending that you need to do to get by with a game these days. It doesn't hurt that Neon Lords is a lot of fun. It's just gonzo, madcap, post-apocalyptia, and kind of, sometimes frequently gross and gory, but also at the same time just gleefully hedonistic in its approach to the world. You don't worry too much about the details. You just do what your character would do, which often is kind of violent. It's cathartic. And the community is welcoming. All you have to do is say, hey, guys, I like the game, and you're a member of the community. It's really good. Because of the nature of Neon Lords, I haven't seen a single person in that community who is anything I would describe as a troll, anything that I would describe as, less than helpful, who contributes. Obviously, there's a lot of lurkers who just look at the site and don't ever contribute. You're going to get that with any group. But they have a lot of people who are, hey, I got this great idea. What do you guys think? Bing, bring it in. And, Brian is expanding and expanding. And it's kind of neat to see the formation of this game and how it's evolving under his guidance. It's again, pretty cool. And I hold that up as a very good community, a thriving community that could get bigger. Absolutely. But as of right now, it is a nice size where people get along. We get along pretty well, share ideas, and I think that Neon Lords really has a chance to hang on as a game that has a devoted following. It has a niche, and I think it will keep doing well in that niche. I don't think it'll ever come up to something like a Dungeons & Dragons, no. But for what it is, it really doesn't have to. And as long as there's good stuff for it that you can get a hold of and slap into your game and just, enjoy, just unhinging your brain perhaps a little bit more and just rolling with it. That's a game that really, really feeds into that well. And the community also. So feel free to be inspired. Feel free to enjoy something like that. And feel free to enjoy people if you love a game. Finding a group and experiencing the game from a different perspective as players talking amongst each other or game masters talking amongst each other can be really good. Just be aware of the tsunami of people who, for some reason, cannot be happy and are only happy if they're sticking their fingers, not literally, but in people's eyes. You're going to get that. So, that's my answer. I hope this leads you to some fun, maybe with our Gooey friends or with the folks of Neon Lords if you have any interest in that game. But those are the best that I know of. And again, if you have any communities that you think are extremely welcoming, extremely positive and useful and helpful, please leave in the comments for all of us. That would be fantastic. I do hope that you like this enough that you consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. And I do hope to see you again, because I miss you. When I'm not doing these videos, oftentimes I think about, the kind of people who are enjoying my videos and seeing me and hoping, just hoping that we connect just a little bit so that you'll want to come back and see another video. And if that's the case, I hope that between now and then that you, yes, you, get a chance to roll some dice, to play some games, to have some fun, but stay safe out there, my friends. Until that next time, farewell.